What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video we're going to be trying to recreate this new lure that Z-Man released at ICAST last week for the 2023 fishing season. But it's called the Z-man Hellraizer. Now if you're here watching this video, I'm sure you like me saw the release of that lure, saw the little teaser footage of it, just couldn't wait to get your hands on one to be able to try it. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to use a couple lures that I picked up at Bass Pro Shop. I'm going to try to make this thing, try to make something similar to it anyway. I mean, we're not going to be able to get exactly the same as it because as y'all saw, I mean, that body is kind of unique looking on that thing. It's going to be really hard to duplicate. All right, now before we do get started with that though, I do want to give a shout out to a couple guys first. I want to give a shout out to Joe at Parabellum Fishing and to Mike at Big Bait Posse. Both of these guys sent me the decals for their channels. Awesome looking decals, guys, really appreciate it. But if any of y'all don't have either one of those channels, make sure to check them out. And if you like what you see, consider subscribing to them. Let's get going on what we're here for. This right here is what I'm going to use to try to duplicate this lure. I mean, to the best of my ability, the best that I'm going to be able to. Got a Strike King Rage Blade, because as you guys probably saw, I mean, that tail on that thing, it's identical to the Rage Blade. What I'm trying to duplicate the body with is actually the Cotton Cordell Boy Howdy. And I've got a couple split rings, a feathered treble, split ring pliers, and some vice grips. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Instead of using this Cotton Cordell Boy Howdy and using this as the front of the lure and this as the back of the lure, actually I'm gonna flip this thing. I'm gonna break this wire right here off, take this treble right here off, use this as the line tie, and then add the Strike King Rage Blade blade to right here. I mean, to me, that's gonna duplicate the look of the lure a little bit better because y'all saw the Hellraizer has kind of that narrow front end and then kind of the more bulbous back end on it. I also considered using a pencil popper for it, but I mean, after looking at it and thinking about doing it this way, it just seemed like this right here was gonna actually replicate the look of it a little bit better. We'll start off, I'm gonna take my vice grips. I'm actually gonna bend this wire back and forth till we break this thing. All right, we've got that done, it's broken off now. All right, then we're gonna take our split ring pliers and get this front treble off. All right, next we've got to bend this wire right here on the Rage Blade and detach the blade from the body of this thing. All right, that was simple enough. That's done. All right, then we're going to take one of our split rings, get it on our split ring pliers, get it opened up. We're actually going to take that one and put it on what was actually the front on the original lure. This is going to be the back on our new lure. And now we're going to open our split ring up one more time. That same split ring. And this time, we're going to attach our little blade onto it. Make sure you got the lead side on the blade down. Work that on there. I can kind of see our lure coming together a little bit now. All right, next we're going to take our second split ring, your second little split ring here. We're going to open it up. This may be one of the tougher parts of the whole build here. Trying to get this split ring right here on these two little holes on the blade. Now this is going to be what our feathered treble hook attaches to. Actually wasn't too bad. Let's spin that on there. Got that in place now. I hope that I got it all filmed where y'all can see it. There is our finished product. I mean, it doesn't look exactly like it, but I mean, we're about as close as we're gonna get. I mean, it doesn't look exactly like it does on the Hellraizer, but I mean, it comes up to that slender end right there. This is gonna be our line tie. Got our blade right here, our feathered treble. So let's get it tied on a rod. Let's throw it out there. Let's see if the action's actually right on it, because that's the most important thing, is if we can actually duplicate that action. All right, y'all, we are locked and loaded to give this thing cast number 1 to see if it's got the action that we want. We got Mr. Drone in position right there. See if we can get a little bit closer up footage of how that action actually looks. See if it does right. Oh shoot, yeah. good to me. Now I don't know about the original one, if it sinks but comes to the surface on the reel. I'm assuming if the original sinks also and then just comes to the top on the retrieve, because I mean, just the weight of that blade on the back of it. I mean, unless it's real buoyant, that thing's gonna make it sink. But it looks like we have the appropriate action. I mean, shoot, the thing looks good to me. It's swimming pretty awesomely. Hopefully we got a good drone view of it. We're gonna keep tossing this thing around, see if we can't get something on it. But shoot, I mean, if anybody can think of a lure that may match the profile of that lure better, something that may look better than this, drop it down in the comments below. So, I mean, there may be something out there that I'm not aware of that more closely resembles the look of the actual Z-man Hellraizer. But just off the top of my head, looking around Bass Pro Shop, that right there is about the best I can figure out. But we're about to go ahead and get out of here. The wife's gonna start blowing me up, so that means time is short. It's time to go. Well, right on cue, just as I was telling you guys it was time to go because the wife was blowing me up, the battery on my main GoPro dies. So just another reason to go ahead and cut this one short. Yeah, shoot, I was pretty impressed with our little Z-man Hellraizer knockoff today. I mean, this thing did pretty good. The action looked good to me. It was pretty dang close to the action I saw in the videos of the actual Z-man Hellraizer. But like I said before, if you guys can think of something better to use for the body of the bait, something that more closely resembles the actual lure, drop it down in the comments below to let me know. But after seeing how this thing performs, I mean, I definitely recommend building one and trying it out yourself. Now, I know I forgot to say it back at the beginning, but y'all, if y'all enjoyed that video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank y'all for the support. We'll see y'all next time.